Good morning and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026 and congratulations for making it through 2025. I love New Year's. The holidays, Christmas can be tough for a lot of people, including me. But once I get to New Year, I feel like there's so much hope and anticipation, and it's a chance for a fresh start. Of course, every day is a chance for a fresh start, but when you turn over the calendar and it's a new year, it just feels so hopeful. A lot of us are setting intentions or picking words or making resolutions, and then we fall off the wagon often before the end of January. What happens? Well, what we really need is leadership, and I want to talk about leadership today. The root word of physician means teacher, and my most important role as a physician is teaching people skills and tools and habits that are going to help them be successful. And I think one of the most important skills that we teach here, in fact, we're teaching a class on it this week for our practice members, is about being a leader. If you want to reach your goals this year, if you want to be successful in your intentions and your endeavors, you must learn to be a leader. We all have to be a leader. And so today, I want to teach you 5 of the things that I think are really key for being leaders. I'm going over way more than that with our practice members this week in our class. But today, I want to give you what I think are the 5 top things that are going to help you be a leader. The first one is that we have to admit the truth. We have to admit the truth of where we're at, of what's not working, and take ownership and take responsibility for where am I right now. If it's not where I want to be, if it's not where I like, then I need to make a change, not somebody else. So the next step is identifying the target. Where do I want to be? And this leadership role is about closing the gap from where you are to where you want to be. It's about closing the gap from what you think is possible to what is actually possible. So being a leader is about closing the gap. It's about reaching those goals. But the third step, and one of the most important things about being a leader, is that leaders decide. They make decisions. Now, the word decide means to kill off. That's pretty strong language, but it means we eliminate other options. We choose one path and we go forward. That means we kill off all the other options. If you decide to marry the love of your life, you are by default eliminating the other options. So decide means simply that we eliminate all the other options and we move forward. I see so many people, and myself included, sometimes we get stuck making a decision because we're afraid we're going to make the wrong one. We're afraid that we're going to fail. We're afraid to make any choice so we don't make any, but then we don't move forward. So leaders decide. That's our third tip. And we can start by making really small decisions, like what am I going to wear today? What am I going to eat for lunch? We can practice and build up those decision muscles until it gets easier and easier to make decisions. Every decision is an opportunity to learn, no matter how it turns out. So we can eliminate that risk or that fear of failure. All right, the fourth one just dives straight off of making decisions. Once we make a decision, we have to take action. We can't just keep thinking about it. We can't just keep researching options. We can't just stay stuck in what I call analysis paralysis, which is where I've been many times. Especially perfectionists can get stuck here. And by the way, guys, I'm a recovering perfectionist. Analysis paralysis keeps us, again, from moving forward. So we have to take action. We have to start doing something. And again, it's kind of like making decisions. We practice, we take small steps, and that makes it easier and easier. So we have to take action if we're going to reach our goals. And the fifth one that I'm going to cover today is that leaders keep their agreements. There's a little phrase that I learned in a training called BMW, be my word. The most effective and the best way to build your confidence and your self-esteem is to keep your agreements with yourself, your agreements with other people. The best way to build trust with yourself and with other relationships is keep your word. And conversely, the fastest way to lose confidence, lose respect, lose energy, lose power with yourself or anyone else is to break your word. Now, when we keep our agreements, it means we have to be very careful about what we say yes to and what we say no to. We have to probably say no a whole bunch more than what we have been, because a lot of us are just overwhelmed, which is why we find find it hard to keep our word. But keeping your word is the best way to build your confidence, your self-esteem, to gain respect, to build energy and trust with yourself, with others, and to help you reach your goals. So I hope these 5 tips have been helpful. We all need leaders. If there's a problem or a pain somewhere in your life, it's an opportunity for leadership. So put these steps into action, start being the leader in your own life, and see what happens. We'll see you in our next video.